Simply put, crash diets never work. If it really was as simple as drastically reducing calories and massively increasing exercise, I'd just tell you to barely eat anything all day and maybe run a half marathon every morning. Even though you absolutely would lose weight doing that in the short term, you'd lose a load of muscle, lose all of your friends, hate every second of the process, and probably get ill and fall off the wagon. Then you'd go back to what you were doing beforehand, but any progress that you did make, you'd ultimately lose and probably end up at a worse start point altogether. Now, obviously that's a really ridiculous example. However, we often find that people do a version of that when they go on this health kick and they try to make changes that are way too big and too drastic that are never going to be sustainable. And this is why we always encourage people to go for slower, more manageable changes. Even if this means that results are going to be slower initially, it's going to be much more likely that you're going to stay consistent on the journey and ultimately keep the results you get long term. In order to do this, we first need to acknowledge that the body doesn't operate in strict 24-hour cycles. Energy balance, i.e. calories in versus calories out, is a constant process that is going on in the body. And over the weeks and the months, on average, if we're consuming more calories than we're burning via eating too much and maybe not moving enough, then we're going to put weight on. Whereas on average, if we were to burn more calories than we're consuming via maybe reducing food intake and increasing our activity, then we're going to lose weight. Now, obviously, there's much more to it, like focusing on protein and making sure you're getting enough fruits and vegetables, focusing on sleep and stress. However, if we simply focus on progress rather than perfection, we will build confidence and momentum, which is hugely important in terms of building our habits. It's much better for someone to start small and succeed, and then to slowly increase the difficulty of the new habits they're undertaking, rather than to start off trying to change way too much all at once and focus on habits that are maybe really deeply ingrained in someone's identity and their routine. For long-term results, pick the lowest hanging fruit and make your way up the tree. Start small, succeed, build confidence, and progress.